Good morning from, I guess today's day 3, but night 2. I had a pretty rough night last night, I guess. Not physically, like I feel totally fine for doing 20 miles yesterday, but I woke up in the middle of the night because I had a dream that a bear broke into my car. I don't know why I'm so paranoid about this. It's probably because I know there's a couple of scented items in there, and I know the bears around Tahoe are very food conditioned, I guess. So I just have this feeling that someone's gonna break into my car. So after having this dream, I woke up and I was like, wait, I have an app. I have the My Subaru app that tells me basically everything about my car. I can unlock it, lock it, check if the windows are open, check if the doors are open, tire pressure, like odometer. So everything is synced to my phone. So I wake up last night and I open the app and it says one vehicle alert, your passenger's door is open. And I was like, oh no, my dream was real. Like, a bear broke in. They probably tore apart my whole car, because when they do get inside your car, sometimes they stress because they can't figure out how to get back out. And then they end up tearing apart your whole car trying to get out. So I would be devastated if my brand new car was completely tore to pieces. And it was like 1:30 when I saw this. So I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to go back to sleep now? Like, I think the trail is over. I need to get back to my car and check on it. Like, do they tow your car after it's been broken into? Or is the door just going to be left open so other bears are going to come along? Anyway, all these thoughts running through my mind. And I just keep looking at the app. And I realize the last time it was updated was the 18th at 7:55 a.m., which at that time I was sitting in the passenger's seat with the door open, like charging my electronics and getting everything ready to start the trail. So I had a pretty good feeling that, okay, this must be from that moment. The app just was not refreshing last night. So in my mind, I was like, okay, maybe it's not true. But I don't know, because the app has not refreshed since I started the trail. So for all I know, it could still be true. And then this morning, finally, I refreshed the app and it's updated for today. All the doors are closed. All the windows are closed. So I guess my car is still safe. Leaving your car for 10 days, it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I should have found a friend or a place to like leave my car where it's in a more public area, I guess, like where somebody can keep an eye on it. But I just left it at the trailhead at Spooner. And several other people did too, but when I looked inside their car, it was like completely empty. Like nothing was inside at all. And I had a few things in mind because I road tripped up here from San Diego. So I have, other stuff. So anyway, I am feeling a little better now. Let that anxiety kind of pass. Although I know I'm probably still going to be thinking about it. Anyway, that was my night. And now it is morning, and it was a beautiful sunrise. I went to the bathroom, and I guess I'll make some coffee and then head out. Start of day 3. Alrighty, I am all packed up and ready to start hiking for the day. It is 6:45, so getting a pretty early start, which is wonderful. And I feel great this morning, actually. Like, my legs No soreness at all, surprisingly. Tend to get sore like 2 days after my hard workouts, so let's see what happens tomorrow and the next day, and we'll see where today takes me. I just came up with this as I'm hiking this morning. I love switchbacks and the weight of my pack. Feel the fire, keep climbing higher. I love switchbacks and the weight of my pack. Feel the fire and keep climbing higher. Feel the breeze through the trees, but on the downhill, protect your knees. Feel the breeze blowing through the trees, and on the downhill, protect your knees. My entertainment, rather than just cycling through the chorus of a few songs in my head over and over and over again, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make up my own song. I love switchbacks and the weight of my pack. Climbing higher, feel the fire. Feel the breeze rolling through the trees. On the downhill, protect your knees. Happy trails. Trail like no other. So this map doesn't even show where I started. I started somewhere further up there. My first night I camped somewhere around here, just before the Van Sickle State Park. And then yesterday I hiked all the way to Star Lake, 9 miles just about. Took my lunch break and relaxed. And then I went over Armstrong Pass. I want to say I camped somewhere around here. And I guess now at one of these. Very cool. Yep. Instead of water crossings, the TRT has road crossings. And that one wasn't too bad because it's pretty early still. Ooh-wee. PCT TRT junction, 5 miles. So I guess half of my day today is going to be overlapping with the PCT. So I'll probably start meeting some PCT hikers in about 5 miles, which is really cool. I'm almost 5 miles. I have a half a mile till 5, and then I'll take a break and have my first snack of the day. Beautiful meadow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I wonder if I'm going up there today. These rocks are so interesting. Everywhere. And they're like made up of other rocks. And at first I thought they were man-made. But they're literally everywhere, so I feel like they must be natural. Pretty cool. I wish I knew a little bit more about geology. This is Round Lake. Super windy. For like half of that hike, for example. You're gonna be in it. Woohoo! Good morning. Today is day 4 and I woke up in a hotel room. I ended up meeting a bunch of thru hikers on the PCT yesterday, and PCT hikers hike so fast. And so I was hiking at their speed, more or less. I do hike at a pretty fast pace, I would say. But I was hiking with them to kind of get to know them and keep the conversation going, because I was really enjoying hearing their stories and just being around them. And so I ended up just kind of hiking with them, and when you're hiking with another person, you kind of don't really realize how far you've gotten. Time flies much faster, I would say. So I ended up going a little further than I thought I was going to yesterday. I did just about 20 miles. And I basically, when you hit Highway 50, you can't camp, I want to say like half a mile to a mile before you hit the road, and then another like 5 miles after, because you can't camp around Echo Lake. You have to like hike, I think like 3 miles past Echo Lake to find a campsite. So I was like, okay, I already did 20 miles. I don't think I can do another 5 or 6 that's pushing it too far. So I can either, backtrack a little bit and find a campsite. So it was only 3 p.m. when we made it to Highway 50, and I could either hitch a ride into town with the PCT hikers and stay at a hotel, which I guess you can guess which option I end up going with, or my other option would be to push on 6 miles past Echo Lake to find a campsite where you're allowed to camp, or backtrack a little bit and find a campsite there where I had originally planned to stay. But I was getting a little weary of the comments I was seeing on Far Out that a lot of bear activity has been happening in that camping area, and people have gotten their bear canisters kind of scratched up. So I was like, you know what? Let's go for the experience here. Let's see what it's like being a PCT hiker for a day. And we, all 4 of us, hitched a ride together in a nice guy's car. He had a dog. Cletus was the name of the dog. And then we hitched another ride to get a little further because the first person wasn't going as far as we wanted to go. And then we split ways. We made it to town, and I wanted to find a place to stay. I know that some PCT hikers are on more of a budget than others, so I'm not sure what everyone else ended up doing. One of them had their family in town, so they went to go spend time with their family. And I just found this kind of inn a little bit down the street from where they dropped us off. I had to walk like 1.5 miles from where the hitch dropped us off to get here. And I passed a Thai food restaurant along the way, so I got myself some Thai food for dinner. And was able to recharge all of my batteries, which is great because I noticed that yesterday, well, for 2 reasons. One, I wasn't recording as much because I was nervous about running out of battery, especially because I have 2 more nights, like 3 more days, and that's a lot of stuff to capture. So this was also a nice kind of little mini reset, even though I had only camped 2 nights so far. This was nice. Now back to trail this morning. I will call an Uber. I'm not going to try to hitch back to the trail, but yeah, I'll get dropped off probably along Highway 50 and hop back on the trail. So that's the plan. I did get to rinse off my socks, my underwear, my sports bra and stuff in the shower over here. They are still a little damp, so it's a little cold, but that's all right. At least they're clean. And I don't want to offend this Uber driver with my stench. So at least I'm a little cleaner. These socks, I could not get the dirt out of. Like every time I would wring them out, more dirt. It just never ends. So did my best, but they're just gonna keep getting dirty. And it's 6:20, so maybe I can grab, I did see a coffee shop like 2 blocks over from here. So maybe I'll go grab a coffee and then call my Uber from there and then hop back on the trail. I need to look at what the plan is for today. I think I'm heading towards, what is it, Gloria Lake or somewhere near Dix Pass, I suppose. I have to look at the Far Out data to figure out how far I'll make it today. And today I go into Desolation Wilderness, which I'm very excited about because that's supposed to be the most beautiful and breathtaking section of the trail. So I'm excited to start getting looks of it today. And it is the weekend. Today's Saturday, so it might be really busy up there. Might be hard to find campsites, so we'll see. But I'm excited. Yeah. All right, let's start the day.